This is The Space Shot, episode 283 for February 21st, 2018. SpaceX, a listener question, Lost in Space, and the National Space Council. Earlier this morning, SpaceX had to scrub the launch of the PAZ and Starlink satellites due to upper-level winds that exceeded the tolerance for the Falcon 9. Another instantaneous launch window opens on February 22nd at the same time, so I'll be up again tomorrow morning ready for that launch. SpaceX is also targeting a launch on the 25th, so I'll have more details as we get closer to that launch. I've got a few other things to cover today. First off, I had a question from Chris Woods, host of the STEM Everyday podcast, about what wallpaper I use on my phone. Chris was listening to episode 273 about the Solar Dynamics Observatory, where I was talking about the great images that are on that mission's website and how they make for fantastic wallpaper on phones and computers. My iPhone is currently rocking a great picture of the Falcon Heavy lifting off. If you've got any favorite wallpapers, send them to me at John Molnix, or comment on Facebook with your favorite wallpaper. I'd enjoy seeing what everyone's using. Thanks for the question, Chris. Go check out his podcast and website, dailystem.com. I'm linking to it in the show notes.
Another planet, another colony, another chance. The rest of human history begins now.
Impact detected. Brace for impact. Brace for impact.
Danger, Will Robinson.
The Netflix Twitter account for the United Kingdom and Ireland released a teaser trailer for a Lost in Space reboot. I'm looking forward to finding out more about the show. I'm sure Netflix is going to blow the production values out of the water. Hopefully the story can match. I think it's awesome that we have so many new sci-fi shows on air right now, even if they are reboots of existing series. Lastly for today, the National Space Council met this morning at Kennedy Space Center.
Over the past year, I've had the privilege to travel across this country to meet with men and women who are forging America's future in space. In Huntsville, Alabama, I met the engineers and technicians working on the Space Launch System that will send American astronauts back to the magnificent desolation of the moon and onto the red sands of Mars. At California's Mojave Spaceport, I climbed aboard a spaceship that will carry the first generation of space tourists to the edge of the Earth's atmosphere to peer into the cosmic expanse of the heavens. And I walked atop the massive vessel that will soon launch satellites while soaring through the skies. I saw with my own eyes the innovations that are born when America's entrepreneurs and captains of industry turn their gaze to the infinite frontier, and it's inspiring. At Schriever Air Force Base, I saw the strength of our surveillance, navigation, and communication system that support America's men and women in uniform as they defend our families and our freedom around the world. And at the Redstone Arsenal, I saw the steps we're taking to strengthen our national security capabilities in space and to meet threats that are posed by aggressive pursuit of anti-satellite capabilities. America will continue to be as dominant in the heavens as we are on the earth.
Regulatory reform and streamlining processes were two of the big themes for the first part of today's meeting. I'll have more on the meeting in tomorrow's episode. I'd really appreciate it if you could venture into the Apple Podcasts app or your podcast app of choice and leave a review for the Space Shot. If you could take just a minute of your time to leave a review, I'd be incredibly grateful. To those of you that have already left reviews, I appreciate it. For everyone else, reviews are critical because a steady stream of them ensures that the Space Shot is more visible in the Apple Podcasts app. As always, the show notes have more information on today's episode. You can hit me up on Instagram and Twitter. Find me at John Molnix. I'm always up to chat. You can also connect with me on Facebook. Just search The Space Shot or click the link in the show notes and you'll find me. Tomorrow, we've got some shuttle history and a little bit more on the National Space Council meeting. I'm John Molnix, and I'll catch you on the flip side.